Don't ask me what time it is, I don't know, I don't care. I only care about my Father's time, my Father really is God, I'm the unknown prophet of God. I'm the only one who definitely knows that God do exist, and that God is alive, and that God is my Father. I'm the only one in this world, folks. You better start to believe it. So a few days ago I did talk about New York City, where the devil lives, in the middle. And maybe it was the same day that it was struck by lightning and all that kind of things, because, America will go down first, folks. And, I see this thing, and I saw this thing, and I tell you this thing, and I tell you the truth. That's it, I get no severe dreams anymore and visions, but still I talk about the things what really must come true. You understand? And New York City will go down. It's the first place ever will go down. Completely down. New York City. So, and it will start in the middle. Precisely where this thunderstorm did go, folks. And it almost did hit the place of the devil. Almost. The World Trade Center also hit by lightning. And folks, these are, and a church was hit by lightning. A church is not a good place, folks. You think it's a good place? It doesn't matter who is in there or what kind of people are there, even if these are people of the real God. We do not know a church. That's how easy it is. A church is for fools who believe in that kind of people. You understand? They do not believe in God. They believe in other things. Oh, they do believe in God, but not my God. That's for sure. No one also know God, like I do. So, that's another thing, what's the truth. And shameful, folks. Shame yourselves, please. It's very shameful that you do this with my father. It's a shame. But what you do now, you do not understand. But later you will. And that's only when God comes. And he must come. That's also very sure. So I'm very sure about a few things. And this got everything to do with my Father God. And nothing else. And no one else. So yeah. But like I told you folks, I saw New York City, America, in the middle of it. It will go down like I saw it. Many people will die, by the way. So, and this is in the middle of New York. There's where the devil lives. He lives in the middle of New York. Precisely in the middle of New York. Go find him, folks. Find out where the middle is of New York. There's where the devil lives. He lived with the American people. The American bad people, that is. Not the good people, because the good people do not even understand what I'm talking about right now, that the devil do live in the middle of America. But he do, folks. He's there. Find out precisely where the middle is of America. I think then you will find a house somewhere in America, somewhere in New York, and this is a normal house, but with many hidden things in it. And no one ever know that the devil do live there. He live like normal people, like you and me, you understand? In a house. But the house is, well, they do have a lot of things, hidden things, magic and all that kind of, a portal and, yeah, a getaway, you know. No, you don't know. But it's the truth. Well, but this is an understanding for later. You do not understand now, because now you think it's all a fairy tale and all that kind of things. But yeah, this is also what you think of God, and that is what you think of the war, what is brewing, what is coming, what is coming around you, you know. And suddenly it will start. Like I did say, everything suddenly will start. And so will it be. And also that will be the end. So will it end also. You know. And in that time when this start to happen, folks, then the good people will be saved. That's no problem. The good people will be warned. It will happen in dreams or visions or, you know, like I was warned. But I was warned to warn you. And God will warn you to save you. To go to places where you are safe. This will start when, when everything come on an end. Because it must stop, folks. And it will. So, and I'm sure. But this is what I tell you all the time already. So yeah, it's old news, right? Or maybe for new listeners, it's new news. It's news. But for many of you, it's old news. But you don't listen to the old news, because it's old news. You understand? But do understand that God told me, old will come to new. And that's old news, folks. Right? The old things, what did happen, that is old news. But God told me so. Old will come to new. So old will come to New York. Did you see what God did explain to me? Did it come true? Old will come to New York. Old will come to new. If you did not see this, that old did come to new, in the day I told you, then you must be blind. and deaf and stupid. But that is what I think that you are. You are stupid. So, yeah, it's your problem. So I talk about this this severe weather. You know, folks, people talk about uh, the sun who will trigger earthquakes and all that kind of things. Now, I can tell you, folks, that is not true. That's a lie. It's the stones, what is in the air. It will trigger everything because it's in the stones. It's not in the sun. It's in the stones. And stones are common, folks. And yeah, people will be scared, fearful, afraid. If you walk with God, you got nothing to fear, folks. And definitely don't fear my Father, because where fear is no love. You can tell me a lot. Where fear is no love. That's so easy to understand, right? The day God did come to me, I was one day still fearful, because that day when God did come to me, I did walk to the street, and I did look into the air, and I did feel myself so very little. I was really scared. But it was the first time and the last time also, because I complained by God and God took my fear away. So I fear nothing anymore. Big fightings, I go between it, folks, and I stop the fight and all that kind of things. You know, I don't feel fear anymore. I go do the things I need to do, so that you can live better with each other. You understand? So for me, that's the thing I do. I definitely become between big groups who fighting, and the fight will stop. I can handle you because I do understand people. So I can do something about it. And I do it, folks. I do it all the time. I did do it many times in the place where I live in Holland. Many fights, and I go stand between it and I talk, and people go inside and stop fighting and stop screaming and stop crying, stop accusing each other or nagging each other or whatever. You know, they stop and they listen and they go inside. For me, I do understand when I'm between people who fight, I also can be hurt. You understand? But I know how to talk with people on a very easy way. I get you away from me. You never will hit me one time. Well, not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And by the way, they know I do walk with the real God. The whole neighborhood where I live, they know me. And they see me like a dangerous figure, because I really do walk with the real God. No one does. So they see me like a dangerous figure, because I did get this and no one else in this world did get what I did get. It makes me special, but it also makes me fearful. people are scared to be with me because I hit them right in their souls with my mouth. You know, it comes like fire out of my mouth and like a sword into your soul, and I cut you open directly, and I can do it in any way. That's what I am, and I can do nothing about it. It's God who did create this in me. If you don't like it, start to complain by God, not by me. I did not make myself. You understand? God did make it. And if you do something stupid first, then the devil did make you. You will say, the devil did make me do it. Let make me do it. And that's the truth, folks. If you go wrong, it's the devil who is between you. So everything what is not good must be bad. And do understand, all what is bad, you don't do it. And all what is good, you do it. But you definitely need to know that it is really good for the people, for God, for you. Make people happy. Don't let them cry. Don't talk about another. And all that kind of things. Folks, these are bad things. And stay by yourself. Together with God, you can do a lot of things. Definitely the things you never did do before in life. Because you never been that close to God and that high. It makes you a different person. That's why people are scared of me. Because the mouth. And I really go into the soul. I do not talk with the person, I talk with the soul. I hurt souls. I do not hurt people. I directly go for the soul. God did come to me, folks, and where did he go for? For me or for my soul? What is the best way that God can come close to me? Is it in me or is it in the soul? You tell me, folks. So I did learn this from Father God. So I go for your souls. Definitely I will. And if it need to be cut, I cut it open. I make you wounded in your soul. I let your soul bleed. This is what I can do the very best, on a very easy way. You never can come there, because you do not have the thoughts I do have. You only thought so. But you think a lot of wrong things. You think you can do it and you can't. Or you can't. You know? But that's the human being. That's you. So folks, I did talk a few days ago about that America will be hit, and it is hit again. and it will get more hits like severe weather and all that kind of severe weather and all that kind of things. You people will become very scared people, folks. If you do not listen and do not go from America, then you will become very fearful in your own country. You did love so much, and I only want, and this is also a warning, I see this lightning struck everywhere in America, and I think, whoa folks, it's a warning. These are warnings. A church is hit, and this big building, what they throw away for 2 buildings with many people in it. Who did do this? Yeah, the people who did work their half life to create bombs inside. You understand? This is how it really did happen. It was a ticking time bomb. And when it was time to let explode these 2 buildings to create one. And that's what really did happen. But you did not know, right? Then you know it now. That's what really did happen. Many people did die in these buildings. And the buildings did go completely down. By 2 airplanes. And I can tell you folks, you need 10 airplanes per building. And it must be hit on any corner of that building before it will go completely down. 2 airplanes? No folks. These buildings cannot fall down completely like there was nothing. It's not possible. It's not possible. 2 buildings completely down by 2 airplanes each. Airplanes with Turkish people in it, or no? No one in it. No one in it. And they did know this for a long time. And why this did happen on 9/11? Well, 9/11 is the number you call. It's the alarm number. That's why it did happen. That's why they did do this on 9/11. Or it will happen on 11/9. It doesn't matter 9/11 or 11/9. It's the same thing. Many things did happen on 11/9 and 9/11. And I did one, and no one did listen. 9/11 and 11/9. It's the same number. It's only upside down. But it's the same number. And watch out for 6/11. It's also the same number. If you know the numbers where things can happen, then This is a big number. 911, 11.9, 611, 11.6. Because it's all 911. Another number, 17.7. Watch out for 17.7. Always bad things gonna happen there. Every month, the first, you need to watch out for. Every month, the first day of the new month. Every month, you need to watch out for number 1. Watch out. These are numbers I did get in, and you really need to watch out for. And there are more of these numbers, folks. 22 is such a number, and 23 is such a number. You always need to watch out for. 22, 23. 6, 66, 666, but yeah, you know the 666. These are all numbers you need to watch out for in life. And watch out for when there is a festival or something, you know, like Halloween or yeah, that kind of Christmas and Easter. You also need to watch out for. These are pagan parties. You know, these are parties of the devil. You people go in with your eyes open, and you never did know and understand what it really does mean, do mean. If I never tell you, you never know. Or if other people don't tell you, you never know. And if you never listen, you definitely never will know. So listen to the people who tell you this kind of things, because it's the truth. Many things you people do not know or will not wake up for, till you never will wake up again. And that is what definitely will start to happen in the middle of America. If you live in America, folks, I only can say, go away. If you still can. Because it will become a locked up place, and also the feeling will come in you like that. And that's not such a nice feeling. You don't want to be a prisoner in your own country, right? Many of you already are that far. So. So folks, that's old news. That this statue will is hit, and the World Trade Center is hit again, and it will be hit more times, of course, because it's almost the middle point of New York City, the middle of America. And there's also where the devil lives. And you will hear many times, well, always when severe weather comes, folks, do understand that these points always will be hit. It's the World Trade Center, and it's the Statue of Liberty. You understand? It always will be hit or near hit or whatever. You know, buildings like the Pope building or buildings like where this president lived always will get a hit. Why? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it needs energy because lighting is energy. And still stones are coming in. It will not hit, but still it triggers things, big things. Mountains what will explode, or the earth what will shake, or in any places, and all that kind of things. It's because of the stones in the air. It triggers things. It's not the sun, it's the stones. There's a lot of energy in it, and this energy will trigger earthquakes and mount shaking or spitting and all that kind of things. The sea roaring and big waves coming and landslides and earthquakes, wind houses, storm, rain, hail. Bad weather on one side and good weather on the other side, you know. And the next place it's bad weather on the other side and good weather on the side where it was bad weather, you know. The weather is changing all the time, and it goes anywhere where it will change. So you need to watch out for the weather very good. Many people will die there in the weather, like lightning bolts and all that kind of things. Many people will die by lightning and all that kind of thing. Severe weather. And I did one for these folks, and many people already did that. And lots more people to come. Well, folks, end of the story. Till there is no flesh left. Then it's finished. You understand? Let God commit that far? I don't know. I don't know. I know I told you folks that he must come. But for who he will come, I never told you. Will he come for you? I never told you. So, find out for who he will come. And will he come with good intentions or bad intentions? I don't know. I don't know what you people think. Huh? I only know he will come for me with good intentions. But for you folks, I don't know. Shaking around and showing everything and doing everything God forbid. Then you people do all these things. And I don't know, folks. You tell me. What will he do when he is there? Or what will he say? I saw God coming crying and screaming out of the air. And, well, that's not a good sign, folks. I saw that my Father God did come like that. He was crying and screaming at you people. This is how I saw God come. But I was happy. I was standing there between you. I was happy that God did come. But I saw you people go down. And become the most fearful people I ever saw. This is when God did come. I was sitting down till my Father did come. I stand up and you go sit down. But this is what you people do when Trump says stand up. I stay down. I stand up when my Father comes. That is what is you and what is me. You understand? That's the understanding. I stand for God. And you stand for Trump or another fool. I never will. I only will stand for God. You people will sit down for God. Why? You are scared of my Father. Why? Because you did do this yourself. I never have to be scared when my Father comes. I only can be happy, folks. I did have a good life, and I never did do something wrong. So for me there is no problem to be with God. But for you there is, because you did everything always wrong. If God never did come to me and show me the things he did show me, then I cannot tell you this, because then I belong to you. But I do not belong to you. And you do not belong to me, because I don't want you. And you also do not belong to God, because God don't want you. But when I stand up, I will be the only man in this world who will stand up for God. And you will be so fearful, you will sit down for God. You stand only for fools. I saw this, folks. And it's the truth, because everything I saw is really like it is. And America will be hit many more times, folks. Maybe tomorrow again. I don't know. I don't know. But it will get hit many times. It's the middle point of evil. And evil must be destroyed. And so will it be. So everything where is evil on this planet will be destroyed. Evil will stop. It will be destroyed by love. You never win from love. How bad you are, love always will win. So the people who are without love, they will be destroyed. By who? By the one you love. And he is very hateful. And again, folks, that is not God. And you did do it yourself. You choose the wrong way, so you will understand the wrong way. That's all I have to say.